Two old foes and former world champions, Sri Lanka and Australia will renew their rivalry once again on the 25th of October at the Optus Stadium in Perth. The two teams have faced each other 25 times in the format, where the Aussies have the numbers advantage with 15 wins to Sri Lanka's 10. The most recent meeting took place in Sri Lanka a few months ago, which became a famous win for the hosts due to Dasun Shanaka's heroics. Sri Lanka, who have managed to get their World Cup campaign back on track, registered a clinical 9-wicket win over Ireland after some great bowling performances which were followed up by classy knocks in the batting department. For Tuesday's tussle, Pathum Nissanka and Pramod Madushan will most probably return to the side, which will inject some more confidence to the Sri Lankan lineup, while it will be interesting to see which pace ball out of Lahiru Kumara and Bindra Fernando will have to sit out if Madushan returns. As the game will take place at Perth, a lot will be expected from Sri Lanka's pace bowlers, as it is well known as a venue which suits the quicks more than the spinners. Australia, on the other hand, had a miserable opening game against their Trans-Tasman rivals New Zealand, where their batting and bowling both misfired big time. As the defending champions, a lot of people believe the Aussies have a good chance to retain the trophy, but the start showed it won't be an easy task even in their own backyard. It's fair to say Finn Allen's fireworks from over 1 caught them off guard, and they had no chance to recover after that. A loss against Sri Lanka will put Australia in a tough spot, so this will be a really important game for the hosts. The Sri Lankan spin twins have shown throughout last year that they can tackle any sort of venue in the world. So this will be a new challenge for the duo, which would definitely test their mindset and their ability to bowl in unhelpful conditions. If Sri Lanka are to tackle the Aussies, these two will definitely play a huge part in the same way they did during the first 4 games. Mahindu Hasaranga and Mahesh Theekshana are both among the top 3 wicket takers of the tournament so far, and the pair has bowled 31.1 overs between them and taken 16 wickets with an economy of under 6. So even the Aussies will be wary about the threat that they impose, and most probably come with an attacking mindset against them. The 2 spells they bowl will most probably decide Sri Lanka's fate in the upcoming match. When it comes to Australia, everyone knows how good their bowling unit is, and one off day definitely won't bother them. The likes of Pat Cummins, Mitchell Starc, Josh Hazlewood and Adam Sampa will definitely be hoping to make their mistakes right against Sri Lanka to make sure they register their first win of the tournament. With the conditions expected to be fast and bouncy, the pastry of Australia will definitely give the Sri Lankan batters a hard time.
කාලගුණය කොහොමුණත් රයිනෝ නං වාලට සේෆ් තමයි මුළු ගෙදරම.
Sri Lanka had to make a forced change against Ireland, as Pathum Nissanka had to be rested due to a groin injury. With Nissanka expected to return, Ashwin Bandara will have to sit out this encounter. After Nissanka returns, Dhananjay De Silva will go back to his usual number 3 position, while Asalanka will move down to 4. Also, Pramod Madushan will most probably return to the playing 11, as Lahiru Kumara or Bindra Fernando will be left out. The Australian lineup will go unchanged for the encounter, although they lost against New Zealand. Some might feel Steve Smith deserves the opportunity to be in the 11, but with the arrival of Tim David, all the batting slots have been filled, and Mitch Marsh will have to play the all-important anchor role. Kusal Mendis is the highest run scorer of the World Cup so far with 171 runs in 4 games. He is coming into this all-important fixture with back-to-back half-centuries in match-winning courses against Netherlands and Ireland. Mendis will be hoping to continue his fine form, and if he can turn the 2 consecutive half-centuries into a hat-trick of 50s, Sri Lanka will be in a good position to challenge the Aussies on Tuesday. David Warner, who is into his 14th year playing for Australia, has a magnificent record against Sri Lanka in the format. In 16 matches against the opposition, he has scored over 600 runs, which includes a century and 6 half-centuries. His average of 58.36 against the Lankan is his highest against the country in the format as well. It was Warner who took the game away from Sri Lanka during last year's World Cup, and there's a good chance of him doing something similar once again. The pitch here is expected to suit the pace bowlers more, and the advantage is definitely with the host in this game. The weather is expected to stay fine for this affair, and no interruptions can be expected unless a little passing shower intrudes.